I know this might come as a surprise to a lot of you, but as of today, I'm going to be streaming exclusively on Blender. I will now take questions from the audience. Yes, you with the face.
Isn't Blender used for making 3D modeling animations and not, live streaming?
Blender, mixer, I don't know, they're all kitchen utensils. Heck, I'd live stream on a NutriBullet if they paid me enough. Next question. You, outdated meme guy.
Yes, what does this do for your future theories?
Still as cringy as ever.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Dab to you too, sir. Who else? You, refrigerator full of cash. Oh, Audible, you really are the coolest audiobooks in town. Thanks for sponsoring us. I've got time for one more question here. You, blatant celebrity cameo.
What's Jable and Jables? How do you feel about that new Mixer Ninja deal?
It was a mistake. Hold on, sit down. Let me explain. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Proud to announce that we're still here on YouTube. Alright, so at this point we've all heard the news, right? Tyler Ninja Blevins has moved from being one of Twitch's largest streamers to exclusively streaming over on Mixer, a streaming competitor to Twitch that's owned by Microsoft. One that, up until this point in history, has gone largely overlooked by the gaming community. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, there's a lot of reasons, in fact. Ninja, for the better part of the last 2 years, has been one of, if not the most famous gamer in the world. I mean, sure, there have been people who've surpassed him in the numbers, and yeah, objectively speaking, there are people who are better players than him.
Your Fortnite World Champion!
But in the mainstream normie public eye who couldn't tell a Dr. Lupo from a Dr. Disrespect, if you ask him to name a famous gamer, it's most likely gonna be Ninja. He had the good luck of being a top player of Fortnite at the perfect time, when it first started to blow up. As that game shattered all performance numbers and started getting mainstream attention, Ninja was right there in the same breath. The poster boy for both Fortnite and its primary viewing platform, Twitch. It was a perfect storm. A highly addictive esports-ready game, a streaming service that was already making waves and getting supercharged by its parent company Amazon, and a brand-safe face to frontman the whole thing. Well, mostly brand-safe. From there, PR did the rest. As celebrities wanted to get in on the Fortnite game, they were hooked up with Ninja. When ESPN magazine wanted to feature an esports player on its cover, Ninja became the first. When Muppets wanted to present at the Video Game Awards, they were there with Ninja. Don't know why, but it was a thing that happened.
This award is for the best game made outside of the AAA system.
Did you say AAA?
Yeah,
Oh,
AAA.
it's amazing what they do without batteries these days.
After 8 years of streaming, grinding away, it was finally Ninja's time to shine, skyrocketing to 14 million followers on Twitch, becoming the most followed creator on the platform. So to walk away from all of that, for him to be scooped up by a relatively unknown new platform, well, it's a move unlike practically anything seen in the digital landscape thus far. And so I think a lot of the internet want to know, was this a good decision? Are the millions that Mixer paid to get exclusive rights to Ninja worth it? Is it smart for a creator to just walk away from a fan base of 14 million people? Are we all aboard the Mixer train now? Woot woot! Honestly, I wouldn't be covering this if the answer only mattered to like one mega streamer. No, what this all really boils down to is the relationship between a platform and its users. How places like YouTube, Twitch, and yes, even Mixer foster communities of viewers and creators. And I think that there were mistakes made in this whole Mixer Ninja deal. So pay attention, Mixer. Here's a load of free advice. Heck, you don't even need to pay me for it. In answering the question, was this a good decision, we have to ask, was this a good decision for whom? For who? Whom? Let's start with the obvious one first, Ninja. Was this a good idea for Ninja? Yeah, absolutely. It was a great decision on his part, and that's without me even knowing or even speculating what Mixer paid him. Can I make a guess based on my experience, the deals that we ourselves have seen, brand context, and relative valuation of view counts? Absolutely I can, but here's the thing, none of it matters. There's something more than dollar figures at play here. The thing Ninja gains out of this is stability. Stability is a luxury that no online creator has. When you start a channel on YouTube or Twitch or wherever, you need to remember that you're building your house on someone else's land, and that at any point they could just repossess that land. Shifting algorithms, brand safety regulations, you name it, that is them reclaiming the land that your house is built on. And that's all before you even get into the fluctuations of ad rates over the course of a year. You know how every November and December people pump out a bunch more of their best videos, and then in January they basically take the month off? It's all because of ad rates. Ad rates plummet in January and are at their highest in November and December. The value you get out of a single view depends on everything. The time of year, what vertical you work on, the title of the frickin' video. That is how unstable everything is here. But Twitch is even more volatile because your primary revenue isn't dependent on brands who just are spending bunches of money on YouTube as a platform. Instead, it's dependent on fans. A couple thousand fans paying you, and specifically you. And fans can be finicky. In the past, Ninja has gone on record saying that taking 2 days off of his streaming schedule cost him 40,000 paying subscribers, which at minimum means him losing $100,000 of monthly revenue just like that. If that doesn't feel like instability, I don't know what is. So in order to maintain a level of success he had on Twitch, he was practically chained to his desk, playing the same game over and over and over and over again for 12 hours a day. But even then, there's no guarantees. It's no secret that Ninja's Twitch stats were going down. According to statistics from TwitchTracker.com, April of 2018 was his peak, with his streams netting on average 125,000 concurrent viewers. Fast forward exactly 1 year to April of 2019, and that number was a fourth of that, with each stream only netting him 36,000 viewers on average. But again, on Twitch, your paycheck ultimately hinges on them paid subscriptions, and as you can imagine, them subscriptions were also falling away. Again, using data pulled by Twitch Tracker, we see that March of 2018 was his peak. 285,000 paying subscribers on his channel. That is a huge number for just one guy. I mean, for comparison, the WWE, you know, the company that pretty much owns the sport of wrestling, Hulk Hogan style, I'm gonna throw you in a trash can, brother. They have 1.2 million subscribers to their service, so for Ninja to be pulling a fourth of that, it's pretty darn impressive. But then again, fast forward 1 year to March of 2019, and you've got yourself a number that is down to a mere 20,000. From 285,000 a year later to 20. I mean, it's still great, don't get me wrong, 20,000 people paying to watch your stuff, that's amazing, but it's less than a tenth of what it was just 12 months prior. That is a huge blow to your monthly income. Add to that the declining popularity and relevance of Fortnite, as well as Ninja's challenge of getting his audience to care about any other game other than Fortnite that he happened to be playing, and the writing is on the wall. But then Mixer comes around with a guaranteed paycheck for some undisclosed 7 or 8 figure amount, presumably over the course of a few years, and you've got yourself stability. Stability that truly can allow Ninja to
Get back in touch with my roots.
I mean, this deal should set him up to retire or work for fun for the rest of his life if he's smart, and wasn't already set from that unbelievably great 2018 that he had. Heck, if he or his team are smart and good at negotiating, they probably should have also had a deal that gives him a percent of the earnings from all other creators who come onto Mixer during the month following his switch, because they came over to Mixer probably because of him. Over on the consulting side of what we do, we've been talking to a lot of successful creators lately on exit strategies, how to successfully get off the treadmill of content that is digital video, YouTube, Twitch, or otherwise. And well, in Ninja's case, the numbers were sagging and he sold high. Exactly what he should have done. So Ninja's decision, I mean, maybe I would have suggested thanking the fans a bit more than he did, but still, definitely the right choice. For Mixer though, the situation is a lot more nuanced. I mean, after all, they're a part of Microsoft, a multinational corporation. They're not just a single streamer who can retire after a couple years. So the interests there are gonna be a lot more complicated. As far as Mixer is concerned, their goals are the same as any video platform. Build a community of users, both viewers and creators, and then find a way to monetize that community via a combination of advertisers and fan donations. Now, whether Mixer is getting those things is something I'm about to talk about a little bit later, but there is one thing we know right off the bat from this move. Mixer exists. One of Mixer's biggest hurdles since launching back in 2016 has been making their presence known in a way that gamers and the rest of the world care about. As someone who's been attending E3 since 2013, the biggest gaming expo in the country, I've certainly seen that Mixer's been there for the last 3 years with a prominent and not altogether exciting booth. I always pass by it in the hallway and I'm like, there's Mix. Oh my gosh, Nintendo has a rock wall this year? And that's pretty much it. Meanwhile, on the same expo floor as E3, Twitch has a massive purple behemoth of a booth in the middle of the action where they're featuring clips from their biggest streamers, like Ninja. But now that story has suddenly flipped on its head. Looking for Google Trends results for Mixer over the last 30 days, it's clear that Ninja's decision to jump platforms caused a major spike in searchability and almost doubled the ongoing search traffic for Mixer moving forward. You remember my Google Stadia video where I talked about YouTube killing violent video games and I spoke a lot about the power of earned media? Well, everyone covering Ninja's move here, that is all earned media for Mixer. So at least for now, twice the number of people are looking for Mixer than they were pre-Ninja. Pretty good boost. Using some comparison search traffic between Mixer and Twitch, it's also clear that this was a smart move for Mixer to poach someone who's primarily on Twitch rather than on YouTube. Compare Twitch to Mixer and you can see that in terms of publicity and search traffic, Mixer has been within striking distance of Twitch for quite a long time. Compare the two of those to YouTube though, and it's clear that Mixer doesn't even have a chance to peak above Google's juggernaut, even when YouTube isn't considered a great platform for live streaming. By grabbing up Ninja from Twitch though, Mixer actually spiked above Twitch in search for the first time ever, thereby forcing people who thought of Twitch as the only viable streaming site to get to know Mixer too. And while search results just look like lines on a graph, they translate to an industry of shifting priorities out in the real world. I mean, most people don't see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that happens around YouTube talent, but at this point there are full teams of managers, agents, and marketers who are all trying to get their creators into the next big thing. So when Ninja made the jump to Mixer, managers and agents heading up gaming creators, as well as the creators themselves, all started saying, you know, I probably should have a contact at Mixer. I should make sure I know what's going on over there. While what we hear is anecdotal and comes through the consulting that we do know that those conversations are starting now. And those conversations happening is just huge for a platform that didn't exist in the public's eye just like a couple months ago. All of a sudden, you are at the table. You are in contention. You have a shot. You have a ton of important people in the gaming and digital video industry reaching out to your platform because you, Mixer, might just be the next big thing. While anecdotes are buzzy though, what really tickles my theory bone is hard data. Sites like Twitch Tracker have won some fascinating comparisons about Ninja's first couple of weeks on Mixer that have shown not just how he's doing, but how the platform is benefiting from him being there. Over the past couple weeks, Ninja's streams on Mixer have accounted for 32.1% of all viewership on Mixer, which means that he is single-handedly holding up a third of that platform. Remember that number because I'm gonna go back to it in a minute, but for now, suffice it to say that that is a huge percentage of views. What's more, Twitch Tracker reports after Ninja's initial streams, about 6% of his audience, accounting for a little less than 2% of the total site's traffic, stuck around to watch a few other streamers, meaning that the rest of the platform has indeed gotten a little bit of extra viewership spillover from Ninja. I mean, 6% may not seem like all that much. It actually comes out to be about 130,000 people total. Not breaking the bank or anything, but that number could be huge if those people do indeed come back on a regular basis and expose themselves to more Mixer creators. And if that 130,000 people talk to their friends about how much they like what they see, that percentage can compound with time. Clearly then, Mixer has received a huge boost in PR, a direct viewership increase from Ninja, and an incremental gain from viewers sticking around on the platform. So Ninja cashes out and Mixer is suddenly in the mix, so to speak, thereby making it a win all around, right? No. Absolutely not. I firmly believe that Mixer has made the wrong move here, that the tens of millions that they put into Ninja were ultimately flushed down the drain, put through the shredder, like just a really dumb, silly, short-sighted move. But to truly understand why, we need to go into the economics of digital platforms and look at the fundamentals of what makes an online community work. And that, my friends, is a long enough discussion to merit a second episode. Trust me, if you're a creator or have ever wanted to become a creator, you're gonna wanna watch that one before you hop over to become a Twitcher, or YouTuber, or Facebooker, or Mixer, or linked influencer. Yeah, that's a real thing, a linked influencer. So, why is this deal doomed to fail? We'll continue that discussion next Thursday. Oh, hey! Fridge full of sponsorship cash. Good to see you again. What are you doing here? Oh yeah, that's right. It is time for your promo. Thanks for reminding me. Not all of us are fortunate enough to be paid millions of dollars by energy drinks and mega corporations for one good year of playing one single game after all, so thanks for being here. Have you, loyal theorist, ever heard of the book Extra Lives? It's a story about how video games have changed society. It's great. I actually just finished listening to it, and it's gotten me thinking a lot about new topics for game theory episodes. And yes, you heard that right. I just got done listening to Extra Lives because I use our sponsor for today's episode, Audible. Yep, that refrigerator full of the coolest audiobooks around from the cold open wasn't just sitting there as a joke. Audible helped to fund not only this episode, but, my continued education during what would otherwise be mind-numbing drives across Los Angeles. Because everyone here on Team Theorist has like an hour-plus commute, we all listen to Audible all the time in our cars. Around the office, Team Theorist members can be heard listening to the likes of Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, all about the real-life stories of video game developers, to Ready Player One. Personally, I think the audiobook is better than the movie. Or you could always check out the audiobooks written by my fellow YouTubers like John Green's Paper Towns. The reason all of us can listen to Audible is that there's something for every mood, every person, every vacation, every trip to the gym, all professionally narrated and able to be stopped and started up again whenever, wherever. I don't have the time to really sit down and read a book, but I do have plenty of time walking around, driving around. It's like the ultimate multitasking. It's like a podcast, but with a little bit more focus and purpose. And best of all, members get themselves 3 titles every month. And when you sign up using our code audible.com/MatPat, top line of the description, or get this, a brand new way of doing things, texting MatPat, M-A-T-P-A-T, to the number 500, you can get yourself started. You get yourself a 30-day free trial that includes any title you choose, as well as 2 Audible originals. So get going and give it as a gift to your future self who wants to be entertained wherever you are. Listening to the audiobook that'll keep you turning pages, or whatever the audiobook equivalent is. One of our team members over here just listened to 9 audiobooks this summer. 9 audiobooks in the summer, so I just sent her an Audible gift card for more. Can you listen to more than 9 audiobooks before the end of the summer? Well, find out by getting your 30 days free. Any audiobook you choose plus 2 Audible originals. Use code MatPat on audible.com/MatPat, or just text MatPat, M-A-T-P-A-T, to the number 500, whichever one you want. Please consider clicking the link not just for your own education, but also to support us, because we did get a boatload of Mixer money headed to our door, and so sponsorships like this, where Audible helps us out, makes a huge difference, and so you supporting them means they're more likely to support us. So I'm gonna go let you listen to your audiobook now, and leave you with this. Remember, it's all just a theory. A gaming platform theory. Thanks for watching.